Welcome to Thrive Psychology. I'm Renee, a psychologist helping you turn the science of psychology into practical strategies for emotional resilience and everyday well-being. So we are on Thrive Thursday's episode, and earlier this week we redefined mental health as more than just the absence of illness. Today we go a little deeper. What does it look like to care for your mental health daily? Whether you're navigating anxiety, healing from trauma, or simply trying to stay grounded in a world that feels a little chaotic, this episode is for you. Mental health doesn't start in the brain alone. It starts in our nervous system, the part of you that scans for safety, regulates emotions, and responds to stress. When your nervous system feels overwhelmed, your thoughts spiral. When it feels safe, your mind is more flexible, open, and calm. Here are 5 ways to support your mental health from the inside out. Number 1, practicing daily nervous system regulation. Evidence from polyvagal theory shows that regulation is the foundation of resilience. Here are a few things you can try. 1-minute grounding, such as feeling your feet on the floor or noticing 5 blue things in the environment around you. Box breathing is inhaling for the count of 4, holding for the count of 4, and exhaling for the count of 4. You can also try 2-1 breathing, also known as long exhale breathing, where you breathe in for 3, breathe out for 6. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system. You can use whatever counts you want, just make sure your exhale is twice as long as your inhale. You can also do vagus nerve stimulation, such as using cold water, humming, or gently touching your chest. We want to do this before stress hits. We are looking at proactive mental health care. The second thing we can do is create tiny, consistent routines. Research shows that even small routines improve stability and emotional regulation. You can try a morning check-in, such as asking yourself, what do I need today? Or what am I going to focus on today? Or what do I need emotionally to have the kind of day I want to have? An evening wind down might look like dimming the lights, or stretching, or taking 5 minutes to do journaling, a mindfulness practice, or just some breathing. Transition rituals include things like a deep breath or a short walk in between tasks and roles that you have in your life. Mental health really thrives on rhythm, and predictability tells your brain, I'm safe. The third strategy is making room for emotional processing. Avoiding feelings isn't strength, it can be self-abandonment. Emotion researcher Susan David calls emotional agility the key to psychological resilience. You can try naming your emotions without judgment. This is sadness. This is fear. You can try asking, what is this feeling trying to show me? For example, anger often shows us where we feel powerless. Or you can write a 3-minute letter that you don't send to express what you're holding in. Emotions are data. When we slow down and listen, we heal. The fourth strategy is to connect with safe people. Social support is one of the strongest predictors of long-term mental health. This is according to several research studies. It literally changes your physiology, lowering stress hormones and increasing oxytocin. Remember, oxytocin is also known as the cuddle hormone, and this hormone plays a huge role in social bonding. So you might want to try sending a little thinking of you text, or planning a 20-minute catch-up call with someone you haven't talked to for a while, or joining a support group or community that shares your values. If you've been isolated, this can be tough, so start small. One honest connection at a time. And the fifth strategy is aligning with your values, not just your to-do list. Living in alignment with your core values like authenticity, growth, or compassion protects your mental health far more than productivity does. Each day ask, what would a values-aligned decision look like for me today? Or what matters more than being busy and getting this last thing on my to-do list done? Even one small choice, such as resting, setting a boundary, or expressing yourself, can reconnect you to yourself. So, mental health is not about doing everything right. It's about doing a few small things consistently that help you feel grounded, connected, and more like you. So, you might want to ask yourself, what's one small way I can care for my mental health today? Maybe it's one breath, one boundary, one choice towards more peace. That's how we build a life that supports our mind. Thanks for joining us and taking actionable steps to support your mental health every day. If you know someone who may need these supportive tips for their own well-being, please share this with them. So here's some questions for you to consider as you move into this week. How do you currently define mental health for yourself? What small daily practice can you commit to that nurtures your emotional resilience? Or in what ways can you build connection or community for support? A quote by Noam Schwanzer says, mental health is not a destination but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you're going. See you Monday when we will look at signs you may be experiencing emotional burnout. And on Thursday, we will look at challenging one of the main culprits that affects our emotional capacity. You got this. See you next time.